Student Organization Training, Advising Your Student Organization. Overview. This section covers the major aspects of advising a student organization. Topics include role of an advisor, policy highlights, university funding, Office of Student Involvement, and the Student Organization Handbook. Role of advisors. Each advisor perceives their relations to student organizations differently. Some advisors play very active roles by attending meetings, working with student officers, and assisting in program planning and development. Others tend to maintain a more distant relationship to the organization. No matter your style, keeping some regular contact with the organization is needed. Given the variety of purposes and activities and objectives of various student organizations, the role of the advisor will vary in some degree. As organizations vary in their experience, expectations, and needs, it's important that you, as an advisor, develop an understanding with the organization as to the nature of your involvement. The following are some of the roles you may assume as an advisor and/or mentor. Many students will come to see their advisor as a mentor, and the success of these relationships can last many years, being both rewarding for the student and the advisor. You may be approached to assist students with their personal development, review resumes, connect students with community resources, or to be a sounding board for the ideas they want to accomplish. Advising styles. Continued. There are multiple styles of advising student organizations. Those styles can be fluid and change based on the readiness and/or the needs of the organization leaders and members. Here are some of those styles: developmental, administrative, delegator, coach, supporter, director, programmatic. Important policies. Guest speaker policy. Student organizations who wish to invite speakers outside of the DePaul community will need to follow the guest speaker review process. This policy does not apply to 1. Speakers within the DePaul community, for example, DePaul faculty, staff, or students. 2. Faculty, academic units, university units, or groups other than registered student organizations who are bringing speakers to campus. 3. Student organizations who are planning off-campus events. 4. Student organizations who are planning speakers intended only for their registered group members. Important policies. Guest speaker policy continued. The guest speaker review process includes an application on DHub needing to be submitted at least 1 month before the event. Full information on the application process can be found on DHub and on pages 23 through 24 of the Student Organization Handbook. Important policies. Travel waivers and driver certification. If traveling on university business and/or using DePaul funds, the pre-travel itinerary form, travel waivers, and driver certification must be completed by participating members. This guidance helps to ensure the safety of all students during university travel. Refer to the Student Organization Handbook and contact the Office of Student Involvement for assistance. Important policies. International travel. All students who engage in DePaul-sponsored international travel are required to register with the Office of Global Engagement. This guidance helps to ensure the safety of all students during university travel. Refer to page 28 of the Student Organization Handbook and contact the Office of Global Engagement at 312-362-6962 or at globalengagement@depaul.edu. Organization funding. Stay tuned for more information about funding dates for the upcoming academic year. For more information, contact orgfunding@depaul.edu. Student organization budgeting and planning. Bank account recommendation. DePaul University encourages the use of an on-campus account instead of an off-campus account. While off-campus accounts may be convenient, the Office of Student Involvement highly discourages student organizations from having an off-campus bank account and holds no responsibility for an organization's off-campus bank account. Off-campus accounts are typically tied to individuals instead of organizations. If an individual member makes an unauthorized withdrawal from an off-campus account, DePaul University cannot regulate the account or provide any assistance. Funding resources. SAFB and Cultural Allocation Board. All currently registered undergraduate student organizations have access to potential funding from the university. Undergraduate organizations have access to Student Activity Fee Board funding. Culturally based organizations also have access to the Cultural Allocation Funding Board in addition to SAFB. Club sports teams have access to the Club Sports Funding Board. Your status is determined by the makeup of your organization. If 75% or greater of your membership is comprised of undergraduate students, you are an undergraduate organization and have access to SAFB and CAFB funding. For more information about org funding eligibility for student organizations, please direct any inquiries directly to orgfunding@depaul.edu. Resources. For student organizations, there are a variety of resources available through the Office of Student Involvement. To learn more, please email involvement@depaul.edu. The Den on DHub. The Digital Engagement Network, also known as the Den, is a hub of digital events on DHub. Join the Den to learn more about the virtual event offerings that are happening at DePaul. Also, your student organization can be included in the Den as you host your virtual events. When creating your event in your group's DHub page, select the Digital Engagement Network as a co-host. Office of Student Involvement. As you move forward, please do not forget to share your events and group updates with the Office of Student Involvement. We would love to help promote any opportunities student organizations are putting together via our social media pages. Additionally, we are happy to answer any questions you have about your group, events, funding, and etc. Please directly email us at studentorgs@depaul.edu. Additionally, please join our DHub page and follow us on social media to stay in the know on things happening here at DePaul and in our student organization community. Questions? If you have any remaining questions about resources for your student organization, please do not hesitate to email us at studentorgs@depaul.edu with any questions. Thank you.